Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Holodeck Racing. This is another Holodeck Racing highlight video of the Beer Me 185 here at Pocono Raceway. It's the tricky triangle. So tricky. So very tricky. Yeah, it was a good race overall. It had some ups, it had some downs. Some heated moments, but everything's all right. You know, it was a good race overall. You know, so well, let's just see how good of a race it was. Let's dive on into it. And first up, we have at lap 2. Looks like Olsen gets loose there or something. Gets up into Anderson. It's a pretty hard hit up into the wall. Take another look at it from Anderson's point of view. As we see, Olsen, I guess, tries to check up for, or try to get around Mosley, I guess. Not realizing Anderson was there and just kind of lost control of. But lap 6, we see contact between Wheeler and Garrett. And that goes high, but then Tracy gets loose in the bottom and then cuts right across the Wheeler. Nowhere for him to go. A lot of people got through that safely, though. We'll take a look from Kane's perspective as he gets a good view of the contact between Garrett and Fisher, and then gets to see Tracy lose it on the end of the corner there. And, yep, pretty hard and fast hit. But we'll rack him back up again. Lap 10. Gray's going to lead it, but Stansel and Mosley have teamed up. Mosley's started 15th and already throughout the few green flag laps so far of the race has pushed his way through the field. And now he's going to push his partner up into the lead here, as we'll see coming into turn 1. Gray getting a little help from the bumps pushing him up the track. Help, said sarcastically. But manages to keep it off of Mosley. But we come to lap 12, just a couple laps afterwards, and we see that Carson gets a little wide off of turn 2. Gray gets a little bump on him and hard into the inside wall. And a little extra contact from Carson. No caution for this incident. Take a view from Gray's perspective as he backs off there, but still not able to avoid the bumper. And yeah, like I said, no caution for this incident. I guess stayed below the white line, but lucky for him, caution does come out the next lap. Just a few seconds later, as we see Olsen get on the inside of Fisher and just turns him straight around. Just overdrove the corner going into 2. It is the tricky triangle. It's rough trying to pass from that far down. Turn 2's a tough corner to pass regardless. Well, lap 17, everyone's stacked back up. Obviously watch as a few cars did not decide to pit that time, and we can see some of the difference in speed here as Stansel cruises by 2 folks already and is working on Norbert to take the lead. And I've been saying Olsen. My apologies. Olden Garner, number 11. We do have the return of Chris Olsen in the number 3. If you spot him up there anywhere in the track, it's a great return. But now the usual suspect so far in the race is back in the lead. Stansel leading it, but lap 22 here, we see Mosley gets a good run off of one. And this is gonna, Kane's also got a good run going. So making it 3 wide going into turn 2. We just saw how that went down a caution ago. But these three able to make it work and get through that. Up 25 though, we see Mosley gets into the wall. Kane just misses him. Dives down all the way into the grass and takes the lead from him. All the way up until now, we see lap 31. He's going to give it back as he heads into the pits. And Mosley's only going to lead it for a short while as he now goes into the pits himself. That's going to give the lead over to Jason Mears. He's going to get credited with leading the lap. And also on this lap, as you see Mosley in the background pitting in, we have Howard who misses the blue line. And right behind him, Wheeler does the same. Lap 35, we see Howard exit turn 3 on those cold tires. Still haven't warmed up yet. And gets into the inside wall. No caution as of yet until now as he slows and disconnects. Bringing out the 4th caution of the day. And this restart's going to see Mosley leading the line here. Or leading us to the line. You tell I don't script these things. But Mosley leads to turn 1 until he gets a nice bump from his teammate. Sending him sideways, he's able to hold on to it, but not able to hold off Garrett, who's made the corner cleanly on the outside. And is able to take the lead. Garrett's Chrome Dragon looking fantastic, but we'll take another look here at Standstill's bump on Mosley. Gives him plenty of room to correct there. And a few short laps later, Mosley's able to take lead back from Garrett, getting a good run into turn 1 and capitalizing on it. And here we come to lap 47, a battle for second place. Both, after long review, it feels like both folks were just kind of going for the same lane. That's all I can put there. There's a bit of a few laps of history leading up to this moment. I'll say personally, since I'm part of this, I wasn't quite pleased, so I did put a little block on him there, but rescinded it and just let him go on by here. But yeah, it's just looked like both going towards the same lane, expecting each other to be at different places. As we take another look at from each's perspective. I assume he was expecting me to be higher, as I was expecting him to go lower throughout the turn, so it is what it is. But lap 50, we see more turn 1 action here as McCarson gets into the back of Garrett. It had looked like Garrett had slowed down right in the middle of this contact. Whether or not that's for car control or as to say, hey, get off my bumper, we will not know. But either way, it looks like McCarson probably could have backed off of that a little bit, little too hot into the corners. That turn one has been pretty hot. As we see again a lap later, we see Stansel blows the corner, but also McCarson does too. So it's kind of interesting to say, because had Stansel not gone high and missed the lane that he was in, would he have been collected by McCarson and an all three taken out? Who knows? It's racing. That's all we can say. Mosley comes in for his pit stop. This is going to have some implications here, championship implications, as he goes 61 miles per hour, not once but twice. Even though that is generally accepted by iRacing, I don't know why it decided to give him a penalty that time for it. As we watch as McCarson loses it on some fresh tires in turn 2, right in front of Olsen. As we see from Olsen's perspective here, just nowhere for him to go. Hard hit from him. Hard hits all around. Lap 68. After that restart from that incident, Kane is leading but hits the wall. And we see Mosley get around him, get his lap back from that speeding penalty earlier. And Garrett is now going to take the lead here. It's going to lead us into lap 69 and onward, all the way up until lap 70, just a few laps later, where we see a repeat, hitting the wall on the exit of 2. And the same thing, Mosley and then Kane getting around him. And now Kane is in the lead and on his way to win 3rd straight race in the Holodeck League. And he does do that here, as the last lap he takes the checker flag right there at that moment and wins the Beer Me 185. So yeah, congratulations to Justin Kane for winning 3 straight races with barely any fuel here in this last one. As we can see, he's not able to make it to victory lane. Not on his own power, at least. I guess a little push up there. But yeah, anyways, same as always, if you liked it, liked watching, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow us on Twitch. Check out Holodeck Racing website if you're interested in joining the league. It's down in the description below. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, all.